Alright, hey guys, it's like almost 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm in Perth and I'm still like wide awake. I'm tired, but I'm not tired, but I don't know if that makes sense. But this is it. So I thought I'd do a conversational video because we've not had a chat in a while on something that's been on my heart. Like, it's been a recent revelation, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. And it's on having a victim mentality. So when I say a victim mentality, it's like, oh, you don't, I don't have a victim mentality. I'm not a victim. You get real defensive over it. But in one of my videos, I don't know if I posted it yet, but it's called Feel the Fear and Do Anyway. That book has exposed a lot in me, and it's exposed that I've had a victim mentality for probably a long time. And when I say victim mentality, it's more subtle than just, oh, you're a victim, or why always me, why are things happening to me that should not be happening, kind of thing. So I'm gonna share a story with you, and then we'll go from there. So my mom recently told me about a lady that she met. We'll call her Jill, and Jill's been through a lot, right? So Jill used to love playing sports, so she was passionate about sports. She used to love it, football, cricket, whatever. She loved it, and she used to play table tennis. So one day she was playing table tennis with a friend, and she started missing shots that she normally wouldn't miss. So she was just going ping, 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 and then missing other shots, and she's like, "Whoa, what's up with me? I normally don't play like this, right?" So she goes away and she decides to go get herself checked out, and she sees somebody who checks out her eyes and everything. They check out her whole body, check out her eyes, and the guy refers her to an eye specialist. So she goes away to see this eye specialist to find out that she's going blind. The man says, "Hey, Jill, your eyes, they're going." So now she's been told that she's going to be blind. So she tries to remain positive and she continues playing sports anyway, regardless of the news. So what she does is eventually she finds a man. She's single at this point. She finds a man who she thinks is going to be the man of her dreams. He romances her, says all the right things at the right time. So she decides to get married to him. They move in together, and then she finds out that the man she married isn't the man that she originally thought he was. Right? She finds out that he's abusive. He starts beating her up. He slowly starts isolating her from her family and her friends. So Jill's now all alone. She's partially blind, and she's being abused by her betrothed, the man that she thought would be the one who'd love her. Right? So Jill, after being abused for a while, she decides to try call the police to try escape from this. Only to find out that the man that she married is in the army. Right? So he has got friends in the police department. So when she rings up the phone to call the police and report the abuse, it turns out that his friends pick up the phone. Right? And they're like, oh really, Jill? So they go away and tell her husband, and now her husband knows. So he goes back home and then starts beating Jill again, starts laying his paws on her. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah. So Jill's partially blind. She's being abused and it seems like there's no way out for her. So once again, she gets pregnant with his child. So she thinks, well, just because now I'm gonna give birth to his child, maybe he'll stop beating me. Maybe he'll leave me alone. Yeah. That apparently was not the case. So he keeps beating her down, breaking her ribs and all sorts. Yeah, he's beating her down. So Jill, even after she's had the kid, she tries to escape again. So she tries to get a lawyer and take him to court, but her lawyer was useless. Her lawyer wasn't good, and she ended up I don't know what happened, but the case didn't go well and she didn't win. She didn't get the outcome she wanted. So she had to fire the lawyer. And what she did was she decided to go to law school and educate herself so she could go away and fight the case. So she spent 7 years in uni. She went to uni for 7 years, got a PhD, her degree, whatever. And she went back and then she fought the case against her husband while defending herself and won the case. And her husband got prosecuted for it. So Jill has now won the case. She's partially blind, won the case, got a kid, escaped the abuse, and now what she's doing at the moment is she's still playing sports even though she's blind. So she applied to be in the Paralympics, which were happening in Rio this year, 2016. But she was on the fencing team and she was good. She was like tap 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 tap, cutting people up, and unfortunately, when she applied for the Paralympics team, they said no, that she couldn't go away into Rio to compete because she's partially blind. She's not blind enough to compete. Crazy. So she's decided to start taking up judo. She's getting good at it, and now she's training with the the Paralympic people, the Paralympic coaches looking to go to compete at the next Olympics, so 2020 Olympics. So I think from that story, that's inspirational. Because one thing I realized is that Jill doesn't carry a victim mentality. So victim mentality, when I say victim mentality, I mean like she doesn't feel sorry for herself. She doesn't feel like, oh, why are these bad things happening to me? Oh, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this bad hand. And half of us haven't been through as much as Jill has, in all honesty. And I found myself the other day, like I was having a bad day a few days ago, a very bad day. Like, but in comparison to Jill's situation, man, I'm getting tired on situation, it wasn't that deep. Like, I was mad because my Uber wasn't working for some reason, and then I tried to run for the bus and I missed the bus, and I was late for an appointment that I had with somebody, and I was getting mad, right? And these are my minor things that I was getting mad, and I was thinking, why is it that things always have to be hard for me? Why can't I just get things the way I want them? Why is it that whenever I go for my dreams, I always find these obstacles? Well, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve this bad hand, you know what I mean? And Jill's gone through all that, and she didn't complain. You know what I'm saying? So Jill was partially blind. She's getting abused. She tries to call the police, but the police don't do anything because they're friends with the person who's abusing her. And she still manages to find a way. Her lawyer's rubbish. She finds a way to educate herself and win the law case. Most of us, if we're in that situation, would be like, man, this is hopeless. You know what I mean? I've tried and I still can't escape. Most of us would carry that mindset, that victim mentality that I'm talking about. And the thing is, the worst thing we can ever do when we're going through situations is to feel sorry for ourselves. And sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow, because you think, I feel sorry for myself. I don't feel sorry for myself, because bad things happen to me. But when you really look at it subjectively, sometimes we that's what we do. We feel sorry for ourselves because sometimes circumstances don't go the way we want them to go. Sometimes things don't happen the way we want them to, and sometimes that's how life works. Like, whenever you're going for things or you're going after dreams, life happens. You know what I mean? Situations happen, things that we don't necessarily deserve. Like, you know what I mean? You can argue no one really deserves some of the crazy things happening in the world, but it happens. And the thing is, when you're going through life, you have to fight against your circumstances. So you can't allow your circumstances to define you or limit you. Because when you have a victim mentality and you feel sorry for yourself, what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to be a victim to circumstance. You're allowing your circumstances to control you and dictate how far you can go. And that's not the way it works. Because when you look at all the people that we admire, all the people who put up on a pedestal, all our modern day heroes, they've all had to go through things. They've all had to fight through certain things. You know what I mean? So if you look at Richard Branson, the rich guy, virgin, he's had to fight through things. He has to fight for his dreams. You know what I mean? Like, the conditions are never going to be perfect for you. You need to understand that. Like, things aren't always going to go right. There's never going to be a perfect time or a perfect moment to do what you want to do. It doesn't work that way. Life isn't like that. You need to understand that. So when we're going through things, we can't be dictated by our circumstances. We have to find a way through our circumstances or find a way around the things that we're going through. So, like, for example, like, if you want to get fit, for example, one excuse that many people may use is, I ain't got time to go to the gym, I ain't got access to the gym, and or whatever. And that's cool. If you haven't got access, that's fine. We've all been there. Like, there was a time where I couldn't afford to go to the gym, But the thing is, if you really wanted to get fit, you find a way. So instead of saying, I ain't got time for the gym, or I can't find the resources, you've got your body. You can train with your body weight. Like, there are loads of YouTube videos out there that you can use to get yourself fit. There's always a way around it. So, like, even when I couldn't afford to go to the gym, there were times where I'll go train in the park. So I'll go do pull-ups on the on the swing thing to try to get fit. So there's always a way around the circumstance that you're going through. So you just have to be persistent enough to find it. So you can't keep telling yourself the story that, things don't go right for me. I don't deserve this. Because when you do that, you paralyze yourself and you leave yourself a victim, and then you can never really push forward. So whenever you're going through 4 things, I just want you to realize that you have to push through your circumstances. So please realize that. Don't carry that victim mentality. And it's subtle. So you need to really keep yourself in check. Analyze what you're saying to yourself. Analyze the words that you're using or the excuses that you give yourself. Because there's always a way around the things that you're going through. You just have to be persistent enough to find the right way out. Understand? So one thing I want you to get away from this is never ever feel sorry for yourself. the times where things will go wrong and you be hurt, and that's okay. But you never feel sorry for yourself. You never stay down. Now, life may knock you down, but you don't stay there. You get up. Yeah? So I want you to get that. So remember the jail story. Remember all the things she's gone through and she fought to find a way out of all that. Yeah? So that's the message of the day. That's what's really been on my heart, desiring on it. So like I said, that book I was reading before, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Read that book. Great book. Okay, guys, I think it's time for me to go to bed now. I'm tired. All right, guys, so peace out, man. Peace out. Stay cool. Athletic. And I used to work so hard. And I remember there'll be days where I'll play out my skin and I'll play well, but like, woo, I had a good day. But then people be like, yeah, Josh, now you're all right, but Pietro, woo, now he's something special. Now imagine if he worked hard, man. And at this point, I'm busy trying my best at this point. And